Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Gary Oldman is one of the most transformative and respected actors of his generation, a performer celebrated for his chameleonic range, fierce intensity, and meticulous devotion to craft. Over a career spanning more than 4 decades, he has brought to life some of cinema's most iconic, volatile, and deeply human characters. From punk rockers and villains to literary legends and world leaders. Early life and education. Gary Leonard Oldman was born on March 21, 1958, in London, England. Raised in a working-class family. His early life was marked by hardship and artistic ambition. His father left when Gary was young, and Oldman turned to acting as a way to express himself. He studied at the Bruford College of Speech and Drama, graduating in 1979 with a BA in acting. Stage beginnings. Before conquering the screen, Oldman honed his skills on stage. Appearing in productions with the Royal Court and the Royal Shakespeare Company. His early performances in plays like The Pope's Wedding and entertaining Mr. Sloane earned him critical attention for his raw energy and commitment to realism. Breakthrough and film stardom. Oldman's breakout role came in Sid and Nancy, 1986, where he portrayed Sex Pistols bassist Sid Vicious. His unflinching, tragic performance captured both the chaos and vulnerability of the punk icon, instantly making him one of Britain's most compelling young actors. He followed with an astonishing run of performances, the volatile playwright Joe Orton in Prick Up Your Ears, 1987. The sociopathic gangster in The Firm, 1989, and the menacing Lee Harvey Oswald in Oliver Stone's JFK, 1991. Hollywood and transformation. In the 1990s, Oldman became known as Hollywood's go-to actor for intensity and reinvention. He delivered unforgettable turns as Count Dracula in Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992. The corrupt DEA agent Norman Stansfield in Leon, The Professional, 1994, and the disfigured Mason Verger in Hannibal, 2001. His ability to disappear into a character, both physically and psychologically, earned him admiration from peers and critics alike. Mainstream recognition and resurgence. After years of acclaimed work, Oldman achieved mainstream fame with his role as Sirius Black in the Harry Potter series and as Commissioner James Gordon in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. These roles introduced him to a new generation of audiences and highlighted his warmth, depth, and integrity as an actor. Oscar glory and later work. In 2017, Oldman reached the pinnacle of his career with his portrayal of Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour. His astonishing transformation, complete with layers of prosthetics and vocal mimicry, earned him the Academy Award for Best Actor. The performance was not only technically brilliant but emotionally resonant, capturing the vulnerability behind the statesman's strength. Since then, he has continued to impress with nuanced roles in projects like Mank, 2020, where he played Citizen Kane screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz, earning another Oscar nomination, and the Apple TV Plus series Slow Horses, where he portrays the disheveled yet brilliant spy Jackson Lamb. Personal life and legacy. Oldman's life has been marked by both artistic triumph and personal struggle. He has spoken candidly about overcoming alcoholism and rebuilding his life. Beyond acting, he has directed Nil by Mouth, 1997, written and produced, showing his multifaceted creativity. Gary Oldman's legacy lies not in fame or celebrity but in transformation. He is an actor's actor, fearless, precise, and endlessly curious. Whether inhabiting a monster, a hero, or a flawed genius, he never fails to reveal the humanity beneath the mask. Throughout his remarkable career, Gary Oldman has distinguished himself as one of cinema's most complete actors, a performer whose mastery of accent, movement, and psychology allows him to disappear completely into his roles. His body of work reflects not just versatility, but an almost obsessive pursuit of authenticity. Craft and method. Oldman approaches acting like an artisan. He is known for his exhaustive preparation, often immersing himself in research, vocal study, and physical transformation. His ability to adopt accents from all over the world, whether New York, Transylvanian, Russian, or Churchillian English, is legendary. Directors and fellow actors have often remarked that Oldman becomes unrecognizable from project to project, embodying the idea of total metamorphosis. Unlike some method actors who remain in character off-set, Oldman's process is grounded in deep study and control rather than chaos. He has described his craft as sculpting with behavior, shaping each role through observation, detail, and emotional precision. Notable performances and collaborations. Oldman's work in Sid and Nancy, 1986, remains a touchstone for the punk generation, a film that established his fearlessness. In Prick Up Your Ears, 1987, he revealed his sensitivity and depth, portraying playwright Joe Orton with intelligence and vulnerability. The 1990s cemented Oldman as one of the most electrifying actors of his time. His turn as Count Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992, fused Gothic romanticism with erotic intensity, while True Romance, 1993, saw him transform again, this time into Drexel Spivey, a dreadlocked, gold-toothed pimp who was both terrifying and absurdly magnetic. Few actors could move between Shakespearean grandeur and street-level menace with such ease. His collaborations with major directors are a testament to his reputation. Oliver Stone, JFK, Luc Besson, Leone, The Professional, Francis Ford Coppola, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Christopher Nolan, The Dark Knight Trilogy, and David Fincher, Mank. Each filmmaker found in Oldman an actor capable of elevating their vision through sheer precision and emotional force. Resurgence and reinvention. After years of playing villains and volatile figures, Oldman transitioned into more heroic and mentor-like roles in the 2000s. As Sirius Black in the Harry Potter films, he became the emotional anchor of the series, a tragic yet noble figure who combined warmth with pain. As Commissioner Gordon in Batman Begins, 2005, The Dark Knight, 2008, and The Dark Knight Rises, 2012, Oldman gave the superhero genre a rare sense of moral gravitas. In Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, 2011, his portrayal of George Smiley was a revelation in restraint, quiet, watchful, and layered with melancholy. It earned him his first Academy Award nomination, proving that power in acting doesn't always come from volume, but from silence and subtlety. Darkest Hour and Beyond. Darkest Hour, 2017, was a crowning achievement. Oldman's Churchill was not a mere impersonation, it was an incarnation. Beneath the heavy makeup and booming rhetoric, he revealed the leader's insecurity, humor, and humanity. The performance won him every major acting award of that year, including the Oscar, BAFTA, and Golden Globe. He followed it with Mank, 2020, playing the brilliant, self-destructive screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz. Once again, Oldman embodied contradiction, the charm and wit of a Hollywood insider, paired with the bitterness of a man aware of his fading relevance. In recent years, Oldman has turned to television with Slow Horses, 2022, in which he stars as Jackson Lamb, a slovenly yet razor-sharp British intelligence officer. Critics have hailed it as one of his most entertaining and complex performances in years, blending dark humor with pathos. Personal and artistic philosophy behind his intensity. Oldman is a deeply reflective artist. Having overcome struggles with addiction in the 1990s, he has spoken about redemption, humility, and the power of creativity. He views acting as both a form of empathy and transformation, a way to inhabit other lives and understand the human condition. Oldman is also a filmmaker in his own right. His directorial debut, Nil by Mouth, 1997, a raw and personal depiction of working-class London and domestic abuse, was widely acclaimed for its brutal honesty and emotional depth. The film remains one of the most powerful portraits of urban British life ever made. Legacy and influence. Gary Oldman stands among the greats, alongside Daniel Day-Lewis, Meryl Streep, and Marlon Brando, as one of the few actors capable of total reinvention. Younger performers such as Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, and Benedict Cumberbatch have cited him as a major influence. Whether portraying a monster, a saint, or something in between, Oldman's performances reveal a central truth: that identity is fluid, that every human being contains multitudes. A deeper look at Gary Oldman's filmography and evolution as an artist. Gary Oldman's career is a masterclass in versatility. Few actors have traveled so fluidly across genres: drama, biopic, thriller, fantasy, and even comedy, while maintaining such consistency in quality and emotional truth. His journey is not simply a string of performances, but an evolving portrait of an artist growing bolder, wiser, and more self-aware with each decade. 1980s, the emergence of a revolutionary talent. Oldman's early career was fueled by the energy of Britain's gritty 1980s realism. After his acclaimed theatre work, Sid and Nancy, 1986, marked his arrival on the world stage. His Sid Vicious was both anarchic and tragic, a punk symbol and a lost boy, collapsing under the weight of fame and self-destruction. Prick Up Your Ears, 1987, further revealed Oldman's depth, portraying playwright Joe Orton with wit, sensuality, and defiance. His uncanny ability to merge physicality with psychological nuance made him a standout among the new wave of British actors, including Daniel Day-Lewis and Tim Roth. By Track 29, 1988, and The Firm, 1989, Oldman had proven himself fearless, unafraid of unlikable or dangerous roles. His presence carried both menace and magnetism, a quality that would define much of his early career. 1990s. Hollywood's chameleon. The 1990s saw Oldman cement his reputation as Hollywood's most daring and unpredictable actor. In State of Grace, 1990, he played a volatile Irish gangster opposite Sean Penn, embodying both loyalty and lunacy. In Oliver Stone's JFK, 1991, his portrayal of Lee Harvey Oswald was chillingly ambiguous, capturing the conspiratorial unease of the film. As Count Dracula in Bram Stoker's Dracula, 1992, Oldman brought unprecedented sensuality and sadness to the legendary vampire, turning horror into tragedy. Then came one of his most famous turns, Norman Stansfield in Leone, The Professional, 1994. Wildly unpredictable, fueled by mania and drug-induced delusion, Oldman's performance became instantly iconic. The line, "Everyone," shouted with operatic rage, remains one of cinema's most quoted moments. He continued his gallery of unforgettable villains with roles in The Fifth Element, 1997, as the eccentric industrialist Zorg, and Air Force One, 1997, where he played a ruthless Russian terrorist opposite Harrison Ford. Yet even within these larger-than-life performances, Oldman infused his characters with psychology and purpose, never mere caricature. 2000s. A shift toward humanity. The turn of the millennium marked a shift for Oldman. Having played so many intense and destructive figures, he began to gravitate toward characters with moral weight and emotional warmth. As Sirius Black in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, 2004, and its sequels, he captured both the fierce protector and the haunted prisoner, giving the franchise some of its most poignant moments. Similarly, his portrayal of Commissioner Gordon in Batman Begins, 2005, and the Dark Knight trilogy grounded the epic superhero saga in realism and heart. His performance in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, 2011, was another milestone, an acting clinic in subtlety. As George Smiley, Oldman conveyed oceans of emotion through silence, glances, and pauses, earning his first Academy Award nomination. The role marked a new phase, the mature craftsman, confident in restraint. 2010s, the master reaches his peak in Darkest Hour, 2017. Gary Oldman reached the summit of his craft. Buried beneath prosthetics and makeup, he delivered a performance of monumental power and humanity as Winston Churchill. Critics called it the performance of a lifetime, one that combined technical mastery with profound empathy. His portrayal revealed Churchill's insecurities, humor, and inner doubts during Britain's darkest days. The film earned Oldman the Academy Award, Golden Globe, and BAFTA for Best Actor, crowning a career already rich with brilliance. Following that, Oldman starred in Mank, 2020, portraying Herman J. Mankiewicz, the sardonic, self-destructive screenwriter behind Citizen Kane. It was a role tailor-made for him, witty, world-weary, and emotionally complex. His performance captured the duality of genius and self-sabotage, earning yet another Oscar nomination. 2020s, the elder statesman of acting Oldman continues to evolve. In Apple TV+'s Slow Horses, 2022, he plays Jackson Lamb, a brilliant but unkempt intelligence officer who leads a group of MI5 outcasts. It's a performance that combines his trademark sarcasm with deep emotional intelligence, a blend of cynicism, humor, and wounded pride. Even now, Oldman refuses to repeat himself. His characters remain unpredictable, his choices fearless. He has hinted that Slow Horses may be one of his last long-term roles, saying he wants to go out with a bang, leaving behind a legacy unmatched in modern cinema. Legacy and influence. Gary Oldman's influence can be felt across generations of actors. His peers, Daniel Day-Lewis, Ralph Fiennes, and Anthony Hopkins, see him as a kindred spirit in artistic rigor. Younger actors like Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, and Christian Bale cite him as a formative influence. Directors revere him for his precision and intensity. Christopher Nolan once said that Oldman elevates everything around him, while David Fincher called him a rare actor who disappears so completely that you forget you're watching a performance. His legacy is not just in his films but in what he represents. The idea that acting is transformation, empathy, and the pursuit of truth. He once said, "You choose your roles as much as they choose you. Every one of them teaches you something about yourself." Awards, recognition, and cultural impact. Gary Oldman's career is a testament to endurance, reinvention, and artistic integrity. Though he long went underappreciated by major awards bodies, despite decades of acclaimed performances, he ultimately received the recognition that matched his immense contribution to cinema. His journey from cult hero to Oscar winner mirrors his character's own evolutions, turbulent, introspective, and triumphantly human. Awards and honors. Oldman has received a constellation of accolades from critics, film festivals, and peers worldwide. Academy Awards. Winner, Best Actor for Darkest Hour, 2018, nominee. Best Actor for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, 2012, nominee. Best Actor for Mank, 2021, Golden Globe Awards. Winner, Best Actor, Drama, for Darkest Hour, 2018, nominee. Best Actor for Mank, 2021, BAFTA Awards. Winner, Best Actor for Darkest Hour, 2018. Nominee, multiple, including Nil by Mouth, 1997. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, 2012, and Mank, 2021. Screen Actors Guild Awards. Winner, Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Leading Role for Darkest Hour British Independent Film Awards. Winner, Best British Independent Film for Nil by Mouth, as writer-director. In addition to these, Oldman has received Lifetime Achievement and honorary awards recognizing his influence on acting and film artistry. His name consistently appears on critics' lists of the greatest actors of all time. Directorial work. Nil by Mouth, 1997. Oldman's sole directorial project to date, Nil by Mouth stands as one of the most searing depictions of working-class British life ever filmed. Based loosely on his own childhood in South London, it explores cycles of addiction, poverty, and abuse with brutal honesty and compassion. The film earned BAFTAs for Best British Film and Best Screenplay, and earned Oldman critical acclaim as a writer-director of rare emotional authenticity. Despite its unflinching subject matter, it revealed the tenderness and empathy beneath his often intense screen persona. Oldman later said, "It was exorcism. I wanted to tell the truth about where I came from." Personal life and resilience. Gary Oldman's personal journey has been as complex as his on-screen roles. He has faced public struggles with alcohol and several divorces, but ultimately emerged with clarity and purpose. In interviews, he speaks openly about sobriety and redemption, describing his recovery as the foundation of his later success. He became a U.S. citizen in 2011 and is a devoted father to his sons. Despite global fame, Oldman values privacy and humility, living a relatively quiet life off-screen. Colleagues often describe him as gentle, soft-spoken, and deeply respectful, a sharp contrast to his fiery early roles. He's also a talented musician and painter, often describing creativity as something instinctual. Art is the best therapy. Acting, painting, music, they all come from the same impulse. To understand influence on modern acting. Oldman's influence radiates across modern film and television. His approach to character creation, through meticulous research, total immersion, and disciplined experimentation, has inspired countless actors. Christian Bale credited Oldman as one of his heroes of transformation. Tom Hardy called him the reason I became an actor. Cillian Murphy noted that Oldman's performance in State of Grace changed how he
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.